Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Queen Amina show. Today is another very beautiful day, and with everything going on around in our world today, I just feel it's important to bring in some good, encouraging stories just to, encourage somebody out there. I know it's not the best of time right now with all the killings, the police brutality, the hatred, the politics and COVID-19, lack of money, you name it, is out there today. But you know what? There's always a green light at the end of the tunnel. And my duty is to always bring you great stories that will keep you informed on positive things, encouraging stories that will keep you wanting to live, and entertainment that will make you smile. Because when you're happy, it is good for the soul. So our guest today is Mehul Vyas. He is a cancer survivor, and we're going to hear his story from by himself and how he survived and everything he walked through to encourage somebody out there that there is hope. So let me bring him on. Hello, Mehul.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me here, Queen Amina.
You
It's so
are
nice.
very welcome. I know you're supposed to be working and you took out time to join us. We appreciate you. For everyone that is coming on, please send in your questions on the comment section and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Post the video. It would be very helpful to a lot of other people that are going to be hearing you. Do you have a headphone, Meho?
Um, I do.
It'll
Uh,
be it'll be helpful if you have a cell phone. I mean a headphone, headpiece. Sorry,
are you not able to hear me well?
I can hear you, but just a little echo at the background.
Okay, hold on.
Welcome, guys. I see you. Could you please share the video? It will be helpful as maybe we'll share his story to encourage somebody today out there. Whatever you're going through, there's always a way out, depending on how you are feeling. So I think we got him back. Yeah, yeah, it sounds a lot better.
All right.
Better, thank you.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes, way better and no echo.
Okay, great.
Thanks for your patience. So, Mehul, you are a professional
Yeah,
and you work as a fraud detector
investigator.
or advisor.
I work as a fraud investigator with a bank. I investigate credit card and financial frauds. And
Investigator, I was saying investor. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
yeah,
But before you became a fraud investigator, you said that you went into insurance. Tell us a little bit about your background in that.
uh, I I was I came to the US 6 years ago. I was in India. I worked in the same domain. I was into credit card disputes and fraud with a company back home in India. And I've been into this banking and finance since past like 15 years.
Hmm.
So I'm 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 good with this, and um, I came to the US because my wife, she got an opportunity to take care of one of their offices here. She works as a software. She's in software, and she manages an office over here. So that's how I landed in the US. So hope that answers your question.
Oh, yes, absolutely it does. When you came to the United States was when you realized you were sick, or how did that happen?
No, I haven't. I had an history of smoking. I used to smoke cigarettes. I also used to chew tobacco, and 2014 is when I started feeling some pain in my throat, and I started losing my voice, and I started losing weight. And exactly at the same time, my wife, she was promoted and she had come to the US. I was still in India, and I was to travel to the US after my kid, who is 14 now. He was still in um, like 6 years ago. He was like 8 9 years 8 7 8 years old. And so we decided that we will come to the US after his school year gets over. I will leave my job or change my job, and then we will come to the US for a few years. So at the same time, I had trouble swallowing, breathing, and I could not talk properly. And then uh, I went to my mom took me to the hospital because I could not breathe and talk, and she was very worried. And then they did an endoscopy and found out that there was a tumor in my on my right vocal cord.
Hmm.
It was the size of like a small golf ball, and they immediately put a tracheostomy tube in my throat, and they had planned to remove my vocal cords. But meanwhile, as my wife came to know that I was diagnosed with stage, and it was stage four, it was the last stage.
Hmm.
So she immediately started looking out for options in the US, and then we have a James Cancer Hospital here in Columbus, Ohio. That's very good, and she reached out to some of the doctors. She was able to get my reports, show my reports to them, and they asked her to get me over to the US. Luckily, I was about to fly, so I had my documents ready. I had
Wonderful.
my passport, a visa, all the required things were all ready, and they arranged for a gentleman to travel with me to the US because I could not talk. I had a tube in my throat. So this is how I came to the US. It was not a good way that I came here, but
No, and it must be pretty expensive too to take care of it.
yeah, it was. It's cancer is an expensive disease, and then
So, for those of you guys that don't know what we're talking about, how severe and how serious it is, Mehul has what is called the cancer of the head and neck. And here in one of your writings, is described as an extensive set of cancers that originate in the oral cavity, nasal cavity, nasopharynx, throat, um, hypopharynx, and larynx. So basically, the cancer was everywhere that you were supposed to use in breathing, and you can't breathe. You said in one of your writings that you were gasping for air. Could you talk to us about that?
yeah. So it it was the tumor was on my vocal cord. So we have two vocal cords, the right and the left. It was on the right one. So it was so huge that it would block the passage of the air that goes into the lungs. So I had to. It was like you don't have air to breathe, and you kind of use all your efforts to breathe air inside, and it used to pain, and it used to be very difficult to breathe. So that is what, like, I'm like, oh my god, I need to breathe, I need air, and someone is pressing your nose and not letting you breathe. It's the same feeling like that. You you
Wow.
need you need oxygen to stay alive. So it was that kind of feeling.
Amazing. I am going to share this video with your permission. I just
Yeah,
want our audience to see a little bit of what you went through.
sure.
Let me take this off of the screen. Were you able to talk at this time?
No, because I had the when I was making this video, I was able to talk. This is a very recent video. It was like a 6 months or 8 months ago. I made it for one of the cancer groups I'm a part of. But here I am, alive, talking, and rocking. The doctors had prepared for surgery. They had decided to remove the tumor along with the vocal cords. But at that time, they discovered that the tumor that was on my vocal cord had reached up and spread out to my spine. So surgery was out of question. The only option left was chemo, so we opted for aggressive chemotherapy, and there was like 1 in 3 chance that it might work. But guess what? It worked. And then we had a follow up with 35 cycles, 35 weeks of grueling radiation along with chemo together. So that was really tough. It was really tough time. I was reduced to like a heap of bones, and I was breathing through a tube in my throat, and I had a tube in my stomach to feed myself. I was um, like in a lot of pain, and um, but I thought, with cancer, it is like when I have to die. No, um, I had so much to live. I had my family, my son. I had so many dreams. I had I wanted to see the world. I wanted to fly a plane. But so I decided, no, I'm going to push myself. I pushed myself, emotionally, physically, and um, every second, every minute, every day, step by step, I fought with the cancer, and I defeated the cancer. And yeah, so it was really a very difficult journey for me. And cancer taught me so many things. Cancer taught me that life is precious, every moment is precious, and you should not save for occasions in the future. You should live in today. And before I forget, the warning signs that we see on cigarette packets, and when you go to movies about smoking, they all are really true. Cancer, sorry, smoking kills you, and in a real painful way. So please, if you are smoking, quit smoking.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody would look at that and say, "Ah, that's for him and that's not for me." What do you have to say to them?
I felt the same. I had friends who used to smoke more than me. So I used to think, oh, okay, they smoke more. So they're going to get cancer first. Once they get cancer, I will stop smoking. But they are still smoking, and I got cancer. So it's not like that. It can happen. It's true. And I'm lucky to have survived it. I have pictures of my treatment. I can show them. They're on my Facebook. So imagine a tube going in your throat, a tube in your stomach, a tube in your nose. You have IVs in your arm, and you cannot talk. You lose your hair. I had all of my teeth are they're not the original ones. I had to put in implants because I had to lose my teeth because of radiations and chemotherapy. So it's it's if someone had told me or shown me it would be so difficult, I would have quit smoking. But yeah, people don't take it seriously, and then there is life has no reverse gear. It's just forward. You cannot come back. Once you have it, you cannot say, oh, okay, let me go back and stop smoking. You cannot do that. So you have
I
to.
I love what you just said. Life has no reverse gear.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
So once it's only one way. There is no turn. You have to just go that way. You cannot turn back.
So what you're saying is if you damage yourself, you damage yourself.
Yes, and I'm I call myself the luckiest person because I know it's very difficult and the stage 4 to survive, and cancer spreads very fast. It multiplies like in a couple of days. It spreads all over your body. But so it's really difficult to survive, and there is no exact cure for cancer. Some people, just like me, they luckily survive. Most of them don't. So why do you take a risk? And what do you get from smoking? It's just waste of money, and it's you lose your health. You don't get anything from that.
Hmm. But the thing is, a lot of people they'll think that if they don't smoke, I mean, they are addicted to smoking. If they don't smoke, they can't do anything else. Some people feel when I smoke, it gives me energy to keep going. Yeah, so some even smoke just for the fun of it because every other person is smoking. Now, because of this cancer, is why your voice sounds like this. So you still, even though you're feeling healthy, you still have side effects of.
Yes. Uh, One of my vocal cords is not working. The same one that had the tumor on it, it's paralyzed. I speak with only one. Even the doctors are surprised as how I can speak. They didn't expect me to speak. Um, um, and the thing you said that people think they smoke to get out of tension or to relieve themselves or stress and all. It's all a lie. I thought the same way before I had the tube in my throat. I thought, oh, I have so much of work and I am so busy and I'm stressed and I need to smoke every couple of hours. But it's 6 years now. I have not smoked. I'm fine. I'm better.
Wow.
So it's just the way you think. It's the mind game. If you want to give it up cold turkey. Finish. Give it up for your family. Give it up for the people who love you. Give it up for other, because you will die. But then the people who love you, what was their fault? They
Mm.
didn't smoke. You smoked, but you gave them trouble. So think about that.
Wow.
And,
You
and
spoke also about at a point when you were going through all of this that you became jealous. There was a time that you became envy. You were honest about it
yeah,
and you wrote about that. So, talk to us about that. What were you feeling like? What was going in your head? Because sometimes people will hide such feelings, which
yeah,
hurt you more. But you were very honest. You recognized that, okay, now I'm getting jealous of other people living well. So
yeah.
how did that feel?
Yeah, while I was in my treatment, I saw my friends and the people whom I knew enjoying life. Like they used to post their pictures on Facebook about their holidays and their family and all the fun they have. And I was dying. I didn't know I'm going to live. So I
Wow.
was jealous. Why it happened to me? Why? And I want to live like them. So I felt really jealous and I felt really bad for my family because they didn't deserve that trouble because of me. So and you feel that if sometimes uh, if you were able to get something and you didn't try for that and then someone else took it away from you, you're going to feel that. I call it jealousy, but there may be some other words for that. Like, oh, I could do that, but I just gave it up and he took it away. So I could have quit, but I did not. So I'm not in that. And I used to feel bad for my family because my kid used to say, hey dad, my friend's parents are going for a picnic, or they take him to play, and you
Mm.
don't come, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I used to feel bad.
Wow. Did you ever think you're gonna not want to leave? What kept you going?
No, I never wanted to die.
Good
And
stuff.
the day I came to know I had cancer, when the doctors told me I had stage 4, they gave me a month to survive. So when I was diagnosed in India, it was stage 4, and they planned to remove my vocal cord. But then when I came to the US for my treatment, the cancer had spread all over to my spine. So they gave up even removing my vocal cord. They said, okay, you're going to die in a month at the most. But we can try chemotherapy, is what they said. And that worked. But even when they told me that you will just live for a month, I said, no, I am not going to die.
Wow.
Do whatever you want to do, pump in as much poison and chemicals you want to pump in my body, I will take it. But I never mentally thought that I'm going to give up. And that is something that really helped me. Like it's everything in the brain. If you Let me give you an example. Like if you are walking, if you're crossing a road and you sprain your ankle. Okay, so when you sprain your ankle badly, you're going to sit down and you're going to cry and you're going to hold your leg and say, "Oh, I can't walk now. It's paining. It's pain." But then suddenly you see a truck coming on that road on
You
you,
kind of wake up and run.
and then you see that it's not stopping. So you're going to run.
That's right.
Right? You're going to run and you're going to save. Oh my God! And then you don't think of your ankle,
No.
right? A minute before that you were not able to walk, but now you're running. So it's in the brain. The ankle is still paining, but your brain is thinking of
Wow.
something else. It's the same way. If you want to quit smoking, it's the brain. Think of something else. It's the same, right? The same way you thought of saving your life, you can just think of something else, and it's all the mind. So I thought I'm not going to die. That's it. So
Wow. So your mind was set whether they said you're going to die, you just know that you do not want to die. You're going to do everything to
yeah,
leave.
yes, if there is anything that can help me, I'm going to do that.
Wow.
I'm not going to give up till I I win. And I believe in the power of attraction. So you you get what you think. I completely believe in that. So if you keep thinking of something good, you're going to get something good. If you keep thinking negative, negative people like, oh, something bad is going to happen, and this and that, and anything bad, just keep thinking they. So it does nothing good is going to happen to them. So think positive, be a positive person, think good about yourself, about others. It's going good is going to happen to you.
A lot of people talk about this thinking strategy and how to stay focused on positive, how to stay focused on not to stay focused on negative because whatever you think about, you bring about. Why then do you think if it's that easy, why are people not using it to heal
Ah,
themselves and get themselves out of a lot of situations? Because for you, you were left to die. Stage 4 cancer is the last stage of cancer.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
nobody gets there and leave. But you survived it because you refused to die. So why do you think a lot of people in the sick bed, in a sick situation, a sick marriage, a sick relationship, knowing that if I begin to think positive, begin to do positive things, channel my energy towards good things, very quickly I would see it. It might take time, but it will come. How then people are not using it?
People don't want it. People
Hmm.
don't want to come out of it, so they're not. See, uh, every problem has a solution. If it does not have a solution, it's not a problem. Every
Oh,
lock, every lock has a key. If it does not have a key, it's not called a lock. In the same way, you have to find the solution. You have to find the solution of that problem. Then it has to have a solution. If you don't want to find a solution, you will not going to get a solution. So people don't want to think of getting out of it. They just say, "Oh, okay, I'm not happy." But why? Why? What's the problem? Think about the problem, and then think of the solution. This is how it worked for me. Like I'm okay. I have cancer. Now what? Okay, I need to do this. I need to stay positive. I need to eat good food. I need to exercise. I need to do all these things, and I still do them. So if people are blaming, it doesn't help them. They have to find their own solution and try to figure out. It's what I
wow.
think is going to help them.
Thank you so much for that. And you spoke also about the pain that you went through. When I read that, it really grasps my heart. Um, the case of cancer, story of cancer, is very very close to my heart because I don't like talking about it. I lost my mom to cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I lost my mom to cancer. I lost my most senior sister to cancer, and for me, the more I know about it, it's a good therapy for me because I'm still studying it. I still want to know why this happens to people. At the time my mom passed away, that we don't have this much technology like they have today. You know,
Yeah.
she died from cancer of the pelvis.
Okay.
and my sister died from a very stupid cancer of the breast. So when I see a cancer survivor, it's very very dear to my heart, and I just want to applaud you that you are able to come openly to talk about it, to encourage others out there, and telling them don't smoke. Cancer kills. I am a living witness for it. I have family members that have gone through cancer. So we are bringing this kind of story to you guys, for all the viewers watching. It's because we care. It's not for entertainment. We care, and that's why we're coming live. Talk to us about the process of chemo and how long it took you before recovery.
Uh, so um, they it depends on the type of treatment. So they gave me a month to survive. So, but they said, okay, let's try some chemotherapy. So they started putting all those chemicals in my body, and it started working. My body started reacting to it. Then they kept changing and they kept experimenting with those chemicals on me, and it somehow started working. But in all that, I lost so many things. I look okay now, but I have a lot of problems.
Mm.
I as I told you, my vocal cord is not working. I need to keep sipping water or having mint because my throat goes dry. And then I have continuous ringing in my head. It's called tinnitus. The buzzing sound, it's there because of my treatment. It's 24/7.
Wow.
It's really very irritating because you just imagine something buzzing in your head all the time. If you wake up at night, it's buzzing, and then you
Wow.
can't sleep again. And then I have blood pressure. I have lost my teeth, so I have all my implants, and I have trouble eating food because my teeth are not natural. I
Wow.
have to look after them, um, and then I cannot run. I cannot walk fast because my brain doesn't collaborate with my legs because of my chemotherapy treatment.
Wow.
Uh, I I cannot. I forget to lift my leg sometimes.
Wow.
I might fall down. So that's permanent. It it's going to be with me like this. So there are so many problems a cancer survivor still has. He any if you see a cancer survivor, he's not the same person like before. He's changed. But I'm still happy that even if I have all these problems and many more, I'm still alive. I can spend time with my family, and every day I wake up and first thing I thank God. Okay, thank you for giving me one more bonus day. This is
Wow.
my bonus life. I should have died 6 years ago, but yeah. And honestly, Queen Amina, this life is so beautiful after cancer. I realized that life without any addiction is so nice.
Mm.
Uh, I, I learned to fly a plane. I
Wow.
learned, yeah, I started going to places. I started saving money because I stopped spending it on useless things. So started to go places. I go visit different nice places. I eat good food. I I do all those lovely things with my family, and I realized that life was not actually really good. I never saw this kind of life. So I anyone who is watching this, I would like to tell them that always life is really beautiful and precious. So make the most of it. And you never know. Live in today. You don't know tomorrow what's going to happen.
Mm.
So make use of today.
Wow. You have a son,
I have a son here. He's 14 now.
14,
Yeah.
and he went through all of this with you.
Yes, he did. And he is very compassionate. Excuse me. When I go home to meet my parents in India, I go to schools and colleges to speak on my cancer, and I show them pictures of my treatment, and I tell them, don't do this. See, this happened to me. So from last year, he started coming with me, and he started also talking.
Wow.
That, it's not just my father; it's even me. I was so scared if my father dies, who's going to take care of me and how things are going to go. So that really makes a good impact on people listening. That we never thought of that.
Wow.
So I have a group on Facebook called Youngsters Against Smoking. Over around 4,000 members in that, and most of them are all students and kids whom I counsel and I help them stay away from smoking and tell them about all the bad habits that can ruin your life. So I do all those things, and I try to be an example. I tell them, see, I made a mistake. Okay, you don't do this. And there are very few people who own their mistakes. So I don't mind, telling, okay, I was wrong. Learn from my mistake. And
That
I'm
is,
lucky.
go ahead.
And I'm lucky to be alive. You might not be lucky to be alive. So
Wow.
stop now.
That is coming from a very humble heart. Because some people will say, well, it's not my fault, they were doing it and I did it too.
Yeah.
So that's coming from a very humble heart. So your son, this has affected him positively to look at life very different.
Yep.
And I'm sure he lives to appreciate every day that he gets
Yes.
with.
Yep.
And your
He,
wife,
my wife is the one who actually, excuse me, let me have some water.
please, anytime.
My wife is very brave. She is the one who actually fought the battle from
Wow.
behind the scene. She used to get me to the hospital every day. She used to even do a job and take care of me.
Wow.
And she is very strong. Um, People who know her really always tell me the same thing, that it's not you, it's her, that have you're alive because of her. And I say yes, I am. So she's a strong person. Yeah.
Wow. I won't keep you long because I know you're at work and I see how difficult it is for you to speak. I want to respect that. But before I let you go, you spoke about a volunteer that was in the hospital and
Yeah.
you appreciate that woman just because she passes by and cover you with a blanket. Just a simple act of kindness like that was so important for you at that time of your life.
Yes, because I was feeling cold. I had a tube in my throat, and I could not talk or tell anyone, come, I'm feeling cold, give me a blanket.
Oh my.
But she knew that people feel cold because of that treatment, and she was going giving it.
Wow. I wish you could get in touch with that woman because I do an event called the Vigor Heroes Award. And what we do is we celebrate just simple acts of kindness like that. Just to encourage other people to be showing an act of kindness wherever you go. It might be really simple, but for you at that time, it was the most important thing for you to stay
Yeah.
warm, among many other things. But just for her to be there, you were very, very grateful at that period. And we thank her in case she ever stumbled into this video. We just want to say thank you so much for taking care of Mehul when he was in the hospital. And please continue to do your art of kindness because you're really touching people's life, whoever you are and wherever you may stumble into this video. Just know that Queen Amina loves you and say a big thank you for helping another human being. And for those of you out there that have chosen to be wicked and mean to other human beings, I say sorry for you because you are not enjoying the act of kindness, the joy that the act of kindness brings into your life. So I would advise you to go find someone, do something good for them, and you will begin to feel good too. I see all the police brutality out there, the killings, the hatred. That's because you don't know what it is to gasp for air just to live. You don't know what it is to be looking for just to move your leg, just your brain to connect with your leg to tell you to just move. You don't know what it is to lie down and you can't move. You're hoping and praying that someone will come by. for you to be able to just see somebody or open the curtain for you to see the light of the day. That is why you'll be able to put stuff in your heart to hurt another person. I just feel sorry for you. And I hope this video will bring you a different light into life, that you will become good to yourself and the people around you. Be you a uniform person or an ordinary, everyday person that is being mean to other human beings, I'm telling you, you have no right to do that. You need to love yourself so you can begin to give love. I know that's not the topic, but it connects with everything, because here is a guy that lived after the doctor said he was going to die after 1 month, stage 4 cancer, which is the last stage of cancer. You have no hope. But look at him sitting down. They said he's never going to speak again. He's speaking. Yes, everything is right, but he's appreciating every moment of his life that he's living. I love when you said that when you wake up every day, you
Yeah,
tell God, thank you for giving me one more bonus day. I love that.
yeah. Let me tell you one more thing. Sorry to interrupt you, but I I used to I love perfumes and colognes before my cancer.
Mhm.
So I had a collection of them in my wardrobe, and I used to not use them so often because I used to save them for some good occasion. And then when I was diagnosed with cancer, I started thinking, if I die, who is going to use these colognes and perfumes?
Ah, wow.
I took all the efforts and have saved them, and then if I die, so I decided from that day, I am not going to save for tomorrow. I am going to use it today. So today, if I get a new watch, I'm going to use it today. I'm not going to save it for an occasion, because today is my day. Today is my occasion. If I
Wow.
die tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to use it. So I live in today. That's the
Ah.
reason.
I don't know if you're a Christian or Muslim, but I am a Christian, and my Bible says something in connection with what you just said. He said, live each day as
Yeah.
if though it's the last.
Yes.
So you're supposed to live to the fullest of each day, as if though today is the last day you're celebrating on earth. So if we
Correct.
live with that kind of mindset, I'm pretty sure we would begin to love our neighbors as ourselves. And if you love your neighbor as yourself, you don't want to kill yourself, so you won't kill your neighbor. You don't want to keep your knee on top of your head so you can't breathe. So you're not going to push another person and leave your knee on their neck to kill them.
Yeah.
So all of these things is connected to the fact that we have to know who we are. Then we have to begin to love ourselves. And from loving yourself, you'll be able to, give another person the same love. I love what my co-host and my mentor said here, Dr. Lucima, Princess Mokoro, sorry. She said, there is a joy that acts of kindness bring to your life, Queen Amina. Yes, ma'am. When you give to people, I personally know that most of the time when I give a gift or do something out of an act of kindness, I see that person and it gives me joy. I'm very happy to see that person, living what they wanted to live with a little help from me. Makes me so happy. So, and I hope all of you are out there watching this show today. It's very solemn. I'm not in my regular bubbling energy, because touches my heart. I lost my mom, like I said earlier, to cancer. I lost my sister to cancer. And, seeing you survive stage 4 cancer, I mean, it's amazing. And it really touches my heart. What will be your final word for our audience that are listening to you before I let you go?
Yeah. So life is uh, life is short. Okay, it is short because so you never know how long you're going to live, and you have to make good use of it till you each day. I when I understood that I'm going to die and I have a very less time to live, I started thinking, oh my God, I have so many things to do. I have so many things left. I have to complete. I had fought with my friend. I need to make up with him. I was rude to that guy. I need to go tell sorry to him. I need to do so many things. And then you don't have time. So wake up. You still have time. Do all those things now before it's too late.
Wow.
Live live in today. Don't postpone your things on tomorrow. Okay, I'll do this tomorrow. I'll talk to him later. Don't do that. Go say sorry. Go say, okay, I love you. Go do that now. Don't wait for an occasion because you never know. And then when you realize you don't have time, you you will be and like, okay, I missed that chance of saying that. So
Wow. You know, something I learned yesterday, before I honestly let you go, you said you have a Facebook page that says Youngster Against Smoking.
yes,
All right. So, guys, if you have young people that are smoking or know someone that knows someone that is smoking, please tell them to connect on Facebook with Mehul, Vyas. Am I saying that
yeah,
correct? Okay.
that's
So
correct.
let me post your name so people can connect with you. So yeah, Mehul Vyas. Tell them to connect with him. The page on Facebook is Young Star Against Smoking. Let them join
Correct.
in and see his daily post there. And, you know, with a community like that, they'll be able to encourage each other and get out of smoking. So thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you and thank you for sharing your story on the Queen Amina show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tina. I was honored to be here with you. Thank you for having me. Have a
Thank
good one.
you. Have a very good day.
Okay.
All right. I was just gonna say, please, you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're doing very good. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. Yeah, I was going to say yesterday I was listening to one of our motivation speaker, and one thing that he said the most expensive mistake that you would make is the mistake of missing an opportunity. And like our guest was saying earlier, don't wait till tomorrow to say sorry. Don't wait another second to say sorry. Don't wait another minute to say sorry because you don't know if you are going to live to be able to say sorry. Don't wait to do anything. He gave an example that if he buys a wristwatch, he's going to wear it now. He's not going to wait for an occasion. Does that mean you shouldn't save for the future? No, we're not saying that. But do not live as if though you have the whole rest of the world in your palm. No, live as if though today is the last. With that consciousness, that awareness, you'll be able to do great things for both yourself and the world around you. See you guys tomorrow, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook and YouTube Live. And share the broadcast. Thank you.